Mic check, sound check. Sound check. Sound check. All right, we're about to start off the final game here at the John Turner Classic for the Kansas City Eagles. Are sitting at 3-4 and love to get another win to at least escape at 500 going up against the Prosper Eagles that we went up against the first day in our crossover match. Prosper Eagles beat the Tascasita in 2-0. They have already played 2 games today. They've won 2 games over Lake Creek. Sorry, they have not played 2 games. They played 1 game with the win over Lake Creek, who Lake Creek just beat Ridgepoint in 2 sets. So anything can happen in these tournaments. Eagles just need to come out and play their game and go home with a win. No Prosper fans yelling into the mic today. They are a very light crew. Eagles fans outnumber them easily. Earlier game, it was tight quarters with Ridgepoint and the Tascasita fans all sitting together on top of each other, basically. Eagles will have their hands full. Prosper has a hitter very similar style to Jordan Morrow. They also have some good ability to spread the ball around to different locations at the net. And we'll see if the Eagles can adjust and push back on the Prosper Eagles. Again, white on white. Eagles with the white jerseys and red sleeves. Blue libero. Prosper with the white jerseys, no sleeves, green accents, and a black libero jersey. We're about set to start. Prosper will get us started with the first serve. Williams, Fisher, and Parker. And that's sent way out by Prosper. Morrow, Anderson, and Cotton. Are they going to call us in the net? Eagles get the point. Prosper Eagles. So a little change on the lineup as Fisher comes in to play middle. Maybe to give Prosper a different look at the net. Morrow, it's back to Parker. Picked up, but sent way out, but kept into play and reset for Prosper. Back to Tascasita. Gracie over the Parker and deflected back just inside the line. Go! 2-0 Prosper. This time Morrow comes soaring from behind Fisher with the screen. And Morrow able to put it down. Gracie Williams will serve. Little tack tip. And little disconnect at the net, but the Eagles able to reset. Cotton gets it to Anderson off the block. Another, that's going to be hitting an error on Prosper. Eagles get it there, and the point, 2-2. Side action. And denied by Parker. 3-2. Great defense on that slide. As the attackers moving away from the block. But Parker read it and put it back. Prosper sets up and back on the outside, and that's going to be a block, but up ref has got the angle. And he says, nope, it dropped in 4-2. Again, those lines kind of tricky. I mean, there's a green line for the basketball court, but you can still tell where the line and the light would come together. Center push. Williams gets just enough of it to keep it in play. Prosper sets up, and that goes right in between the two Eagles, 4-3. Little tip by by Fisher. Tip over. Another tip back. This time back to Parker. Big swing and just over the extended hands of Morrow. 4-4.
Go.
Anderson roll shot defended by Prosper. Back to the right side. Good pickup by Morrow. And then Anderson slide. Oh, yeah, great placement. Gets them out of. Just couldn't recover from that tip by Anderson. 5-4 Eagles. As Melina comes in to serve for Parker. First time seeing her today. But big tip. Williams digs and deflected, but great play, putback by Anderson. Another good putback at the net. Big swing, another block, and that gives Molina a chance to get it to Williams. Over to Morrow. Goes line, but perfect placement by the defender. And then reset. Williams pushes all the way to Morrow, tip. And also the defender, finally for the kill. Great rally and defense by the Eagles. 6-4, Eagles up 2. That's a serve, good serve, but playable. That goes over. Cotton got sucked in to cover, and they got pushed to the sideline, and she couldn't quite get it back into play, but Prosper Serving, Eagles up 1. Back over to Anderson. Big swing gets deflected off the block and kept him put by Prosper over to the side. A big dive by Anderson again. Eagles back up 2. Mario Williams checks in on the front. Cotton to serve. Good effort, but out of bounds off of the dig, 7-6. Back to Morrow and gets it right on the line. It's about as accurate as a placement as you'll ever see. And Keogh steps in for Anderson. And then Brady comes in for Williams. So a little change in the rotation for Odom. Let's see what works against this Prosper team. Tip. Keogh's there. Cotton. And then cross. But dug out by a little tip, and Cotton digs it. Molina to Morrow again. Tip back. But they get it to Keogh, who gets it to Brady and sends it deep in the corner. And just a hair outside. 8-7. Good. That's where to go with that ball, but just couldn't get it to drop inside. 8-7. Eagles up. No stopping that. Morrow puts it down on the pretty pass from Keogh, 9-7. Parker back in for Molina. And Morrow to serve. And that's a hitting error. And we send it right back to them. Another great swing by Parker. As Samaria goes back to serve. Eagles up 3. That's going to be a roll shot. Keogh. Morrow to Parker. Defend it, and that's going to be way out. And that does not, I don't know how that didn't hit the antenna, but then Parker just says, I will drop it. What were you ain't? Morrow still serving. Eagles up 4. Sorry, Samaria Williams still serving. Prosper trying to get it back in, but Brady sends it over on the second touch. And that's going to be, wow. Again, that outside's really doing a good job of keeping it in play. Dig by Samaria. Parker's reset. Another dig. Good pickup by Prosper. Back outside. Tip. And that's 13-8. The Eagle hustle defense. And then Prosper's going to take a timeout. 13-8. Samaria Williams still serving. Eagles up 5 out of the timeout. Block, but just deflected inside into the Eagles side of the court. Cotton checks back in. Oh, and that's just a misstep. Hopefully she's okay. Yeah, it looks like she just kind of rolled her ankle, and it happens. Williams steps in to serve, and Anderson back in. He's trying to set the outside, but the block is there. Williams, Parker, Prosper still trying to set up that outside, and that's going to be tough. Good job by Parker to stay with that. And then Anderson, perfect touch right over the block. 15-9. That goes out by a hair. 16-9. Eagles up 7. Little quick action, but good push off of Parker's block, and Prosper gets the point. 16-10. Anderson, wow, good effort by Libero. That's a double contact, yep. 17-10. Yeah. Oh, that's an ace from Molina. Another timeout for Prosper, and that's their second and final of the set, as Eagles have extended their lead to 8 here in the waning frames of the first set. Back from the timeout. Molina still serving. Prosper cleans that, but Molina's there. Back over to Anderson. Big swing, but deflected at the line by the net. And then that block is put down by Morrow. 19-10. There's that quick set to the middle in that slot right there that got us on Thursday, 19-11. Williams give and go to Morrow, defended by Prosper. A roll shot. Dig by Molina. Anderson, another roll shot, but easily played by Prosper. There's that quick set again. 19-12. Eagles. 7-point lead. Fisher tries to flick it over, but couldn't get it to go. Another block by Morrow. 20-12, back to 8 points. Cotton steps in to serve. Samari Williams back in on the front row. Good position by Chloe, and then a rare miss swing by Morrow, and Prosper gets the point, 20-13. Samaria Williams almost gets it in, but just sneaks outside the line, 20-14. Still in play because it was touched at the net. Reset by the Eagles. Prosper pushes Anderson. And that goes out on the attack, 20-15. Samaria Williams. Cotton to Williams. Back to Anderson Powers. Off the block. But wow, what a good job of Prosper to keep that in play. Morrow goes a little more soft tip on that. And then the dump, but Samaria Williams. Wow, good length by the libero to keep that in play. Another good block right back. He kept in play. 21-15. Keogh in to serve for Anderson, and Brady in on the front. Right side setup block off of the Eagles, 21-16. Good position, just didn't get those arms turned to deflect back in bounds. A good aggressive play at the net by the Eagles. Good soft catch by Keogh. Puts it perfect for Morrow to throw it down. Eagles back up 6. Parker back in. by Morrow. Brady, and again, goes for that back corner. Just couldn't quite squeeze it in. Eagles keep it in play. Good hustle plays. Another quick set, but they just... This time Morrow goes back and hits it to goal. You could be hit right too, and you're still not ready for it. It goes off a Prosper Eagle. 23-16. I think Prosper's just completely derailed by this different look Atascocita team that Odom put on the court, and it's working. That goes out. 24-16 set point for Atascocita. Morrow to serve. And that sneaks in the block. Prosper stays alive. 24-17. Prosper serving. Eagles up by 7. Keogh. Anderson. But Williams with a perfect setup and throws it down. 25-17. Eagles take the first set. We'll be back after a short break between sets. About ready to start the second set. Fisher, Parker, and Anderson on the front row. Cotton, Williams, and Morrow. Gracie Williams will lead us off. Eagles trying to carry the momentum from the first set victory. And that's a good effort on Morrow's part, but she couldn't keep it in, and that'll be a Prosper point. Williams pushes it back to Parker and throws it down, but defended by Prosper nicely. And they just send it over. Dig by Morrow. And tip by Fisher gets the deflection. Accuracy is Morrow swings and picked up by Prosper. They go to the right side, cross, and sneak it in. Anderson can't get it to go. Molina pops it to Williams, back over to Morrow, and right inside the line for the kill. Tip, and Williams digs it to, and then a big tip off the block for Prosper. Gets the point 3-2. Great effort by Gracie Williams to get over and get that ball up to give Anderson a shot to throw it down, and she does. And we're tied at 3. And Brady will check back in and serve. And that block on the line by Kate Brady is what the Eagles needed. 5-3 Eagles. Good effort by the Eagles. Can't keep it in the play. 5-4. And Brady gets the kill off the block. 6-4, back to the Eagles. Morrow to serve. Parker checks back in for Molina at the net. Big push to Parker. And then Brady goes cross. Prosper recycles the ball. Then Kia to Samaria. Back row attack. Cotton digs. Kia back to Parker, tips. Prosper keeps it in play. And then off balance. Oh, and the Eagles able to kind of ping pong that around. Little tip action. Kinsey Keo's there. Cotton back to Brady. Swing. Great rally here going between the two teams. See if Parker can put it down. Oh, and she flips the net. 6-5. Good job by Parker to get that back to KO and then get them off kind of kilter there. And then the Eagles can't keep it back into play, so 6-6. Tip action and then pushed back by Samaria, but Prosper plays it nicely. And a good block again, but off the Eagles out of bounds, 6-7. Prosper takes their first lead in a while. Keo back to Parker, far side. Tries to take some off, but it does enough to get them out of, keep them from setting up, and Brady cleans up the mess with the block. Solo block, 7-7. Fisher back in. Cotton takes a break. Samaria Williams, 2-line. Another one of those quick sets. Prosper loves that. And the Eagles have not been able to stop it either game so far. Prosper takes the lead 8-7. Eagles not paying attention on that ball. It goes out of bounds on the serve receive. Parker sit right at the libero. She digs it. And then it goes off of the block and Cotton effort out of bounds. Point Prosper, 10-7. Brady, cross, Doug. Roll shot, easy dig for Morrow. And then Fisher pounds it off the block. Prosper tries the back row, but easy dig for Cotton. And then Morrow pushes it deep, but Prosper able to get it back in, over towards the net, but not enough. And that's a hitting error. Eagles point, 9-10. Gracie Williams to serve. And Eagles keep it in play. Big tip. And Williams. Anderson just sends it over. Another middle attack. And diving effort by Morrow. And then Parker is able to put it down. Good job to rotate that ball over to that side. Prosper just had a lack of bodies. 10-10. G. Williams still serving. trying to set up a slide, and that goes out of bounds. Set was pushed a little bit too much for that attacker, and Eagles get the point on the out of bounds attack. 11-10. Good deflection by the Eagles at the net to keep it in play. And then sent back over. And then Cotton. Roll shot right over the blocker, kind of falling down. Not falling down, but had gone up expecting a harder hit. And Morrow kind of recognized it and got it to go. That's out. No touch. Swing and a miss by Cotton is actually helpful in that situation as the ball goes out of bounds. 13-10. Good hands by the libero just for Prosper to set up that outside, and they take advantage. 13-11. Anderson goes cross for the kill. On the Morrow set, Molina steps in to serve for Parker. Eagles up 3. Again, block, but off the Eagles. 14-12. Give and go. Morrow tip off the block. Kill. Point Eagles. 15-12. Timeout. Prosper. Cotton to serve out of the Prosper timeout. Eagles up by 3. Clean receive, back middle attack tip, and just off of the diving Gracie Williams. Point Prosper, 15-13. Short serve, and Molina dives. And then Williams finishes off. Great looking play by the Eagles. Keogh to serve, and Brady in on the front row. 16-13. Eagles up. Good dig by Molina. Dig by Williams. Morrow. Defended tip, but Cotton's there. Cover, and then another tip, and that goes through the block. 17-13. This is fun, Eagle ball. Just inside the line. Not much you can do about that one. 17-14. That's going to be a service error point, and the ball back over to Tascasita, 18-14. There's that middle set again. I don't know why we can't defend that. Or that quick set to the middle, right between the two blockers. And no defender there. Gets the Eagles every time. Prosper to serve. Eagles up 3. Keogh. Williams. Boom! Big Sugar. On the pass from Keogh. And Parsons is going to check in for Williams to serve. Parsons drops it in, but playable for Prosper. And that sneaks through the Eagles' defense, 19-16. And that deflection is away from any Eagle player, unfortunately, and that'll be a Prosper point, 19-17. Brady can't go. And that's hit into the net. That'll be a Eagles point, 2017. Double switch. Anderson back in. And Williams, G. Williams back in. G. Williams will serve. Eagles up 3. Trying to hang on and finish this match in 2 sets. That's tight at the net. And Fisher got really excited and just hits it into the net. 2018. And that's off of a Prosper player on the kill by Fisher. (21-18). Eagles up 3. Prosper timeout. Take a break. So Eagles will serve. Molina checks in for Parker. Tough play, but Eagles just watch that fall for a Prosper point, 21-19. Good job by Morrow to get that back in on that. And that's going to be a point inside the block, 21-20. Prosper within one. Uh, 21-21. Second set. So the Eagles were still kind of getting dispersed from the previous point, and the up ref blew the whistle, and Prosper served and got the point. Eagles got to be ready, but I don't think that the up ref's cadence was in. You can't just automatically go to a higher tempo whistle after you've been at a certain tempo. The players get used to it, so I disagree with the up ref on that call. Should have been a reset, but up ref can do whatever he wants. Eagles just need to be ready. Good tip, but picked up on a diving. That's 4. Is it not? Yes, not. Cotton, and then Morrow finds the catch on the Cotton assist. 22-22. Clean pickup by Prosper. Big swing. And Eagles can't keep it in play, and that's a Prosper point, 23-22. Smart. And that's going to be a point for the Eagles. Good effort by Prosper, but deflected away, and Eagles get the point. Keogh checks back in. Brady checks back in. Tough play. Can't be picked up, and that'll be a set point for Prosper. And Saskatchewan will take the timeout. All right, you're ready to go. Set point for Prosper. Eagles took the first set, so trying to keep it from going to a third set here. And they do take it, and that'll be this set to the Prosper Eagles, and we're going to go to a third set. What's going on? All right, here we go. Third and final set of the tournament, of the day, of the set, of the match, of the tournament for the Eagles. Trying to go 4-4 and head into an off week on a high note. Gracie Williams to start us off. Morrow and Cotton. And they don't set that up. Cotton pops it to Williams, back over to Anderson. And then back off of the Eagles. Prosper gets the first points. Anderson tip action, but kept in play. Little perfectly timed set by Gracie Williams. 1-1. Melina into serve. Anderson, Peyton, Morrow, Williams, Molina, and Cotton. Molina serves, clean pickup. Little roll shot off of, took some off of it. Number 5, the top hitter for Prosper. 2-1, Prosper up. Back to Morrow, out into the net, 3-1. This time, Fisher's put back, 4-1. Prosper out to a quick lead. Back set, Anderson, no shot. Oh, good diving effort by Prosper. And they go cross, but Cotton pops it up to Williams, back to Morrow off the block. That'll be an Eagle point. And they break the momentum. Cotton digs, back to Anderson, and that'll be right off of the defender's head. Anderson making a statement. Eagles back within 1. Good pickup by the blockers at the net. And then Williams finds the perfect seam. 4-4. We're tied back. We're tied up. Third set. And that's the hitting error by Prosper, gives Eagles the lead for the first time this set, 5-4. Eagles on a 4-0 run. This time, Williams' tip is picked up by the Prosper defense. And Anderson able to just kind of flick it over and reset for the Eagles. Good cross, a dig by Williams. Cotton, Morrow, and gets the kill after the Cotton pass and the Williams dig. Eagles working in sync. 6-4. 5-0 run for the Eagles. And that's going to be a tough play. And Prosper just sends it over. Back to Anderson. Thrown down, but kept in play barely by Prosper again. Eagles with a shot. Boom! Wow, great defense by Prosper to keep that in play. And then blocked, but out of bounds off the Eagles. 6-5. Williams back to Anderson, little shot, but big coverage by Libero on the Prosper side, back over to the side. And again, off the block, off the Eagles, 6-6, tied back up. Both teams coming out with fight here in the third set. Eagles' second chance. And that does go out, just barely. Way to track the ball. And the Eagles get the point, 7-6. Again, the quick set to the middle. We have not been covering that at all. 7-7. Yeah, back to Morrow. Slams it down with authority. 8-7, Eagles up. Parker checks in at the nets, and Morrow will serve. And that goes through the block. 8-8. Amaria's attack is deflected back into the Eagles side for Prosper point 9-8. Back. And that's an open, that is a wide open net for Parker, and she will make you pay every time. Tied back up at 9. Fisher in. Parsons to serve. And that's going to be a point off of the block. (10-9) Eagles take the lead back. That goes out. No touch. 11-9. Timeout, Prosper. Eagles serving. Parsons. Off the nets. And Parker made a good attempt to try to pop that up, but just couldn't. To put down. And that just comes back to the Eagle side for Prosper Point, 12-11. Tip, and Morrow is there. Anderson's block attempt is blocked. Another block. Cotton picks it up. Parker puts it down, but defended by Prosper. Big swing. Out. 13-11. Molina to serve. Timeout, Prosper. Here we go. Midway through the third set, Eagles up by 2. Molina serving. Prosper not able to do anything with it. Anderson goes cross, but picked up by Prosper. And that's just out. 14-12. Sorry, 13-12. I'm sure why I got 14. 13-12 is the correct score. Perfectly timed set, but they're going to keep it alive. And Anderson's going to get the point anyways. 14-12. Cotton back to serve. Middle attack, and that goes inside the block for a Prosper point. Back to Anderson tip, but again, Prosper's able to cover that tip. And oh, we are only playing to 15. My bad. I guess they decided to call it. So on the Samaria kill, the Eagles win 15-13. That was so anticlimactic. We were all expecting 25. But the Eagles avenged their loss to Prosper and Ridge Point. And go 2-0 here on the last day. What a great momentum builder for the Eagles as they have a week off and will be back in the nest on Tuesday, August 26th against Huffman. Cross the bridge, rivals Huffman. As we look forward to getting back home and getting the Eagles back on the court. Thanks for chiming in this week, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.